College internships. We've all heard the promise, right? That they're this amazing bridge that takes you from the classroom to a real career. But what happens when that bridge is, kind of wobbly? Or for a lot of people, just not there at all? Today, we're diving into a source that asks a really important question. Is that promise being kept?
So let's be real. Are they actually delivering on that promise? Well, for a huge number of students, the answer is a big, fat no. Instead of a launchpad to their future, what they're finding is a confusing maze, a system that just feels fundamentally broken. So let's break down exactly where things are going wrong.
And look, this isn't just a small gap between what's promised and what's real. For so many, it's a massive chasm. And it's not just a problem for students anymore either. New national policies are turning this frustration into a huge systemic failure that absolutely has to be fixed. In India, something called the New Education Policy, or NEP-2020, has completely flipped the script. See, internships aren't just a nice-to-have on your resume anymore. They are now a mandatory, credit-bearing part of your degree, starting from the 5th semester. So the stakes have been raised, like, overnight. If the system for finding and doing these internships is broken, it's not just an annoyance, it's a direct threat to a student's graduation. And when you look closer, it's like a domino effect of failures. Colleges often don't have strong connections with companies. When students do manage to find something, there's zero mentorship. They're basically on their own. And from the company side, they're worried students just aren't ready for the real world. This whole mess is way worse for students in rural areas, and the entire system is flooded with fake internships and worthless certificates. It's a house of cards, and it's starting to fall. So how in the world do you fix a system that's broken in so many places? You can't just slap a few bandages on it. You have to build a whole new bridge, one that's actually designed from the ground up to connect academia and industry, making that journey safe, reliable, and actually valuable for everyone. And that is exactly what a platform called Prashiskshan is trying to be. Think of it as a central hub, a digital command center, built to fix every single one of those problems we just talked about. It brings students, their college mentors, and companies all into one transparent, easy-to-use ecosystem. And this table really shows you the night and day difference. It's all about replacing guesswork with guarantees. Where you had unreliable systems, you now have companies that are actually verified by the college. Where there was no mentorship, you get a dashboard for continuous monitoring. And that huge problem with fake reports, it's replaced by digital time-stamped logbooks. Every single pain point gets a smart digital solution. Okay, so that's the big promise, but how does it all work day to day? The real genius here is in the workflow, and it all starts with one powerful idea: verification. It's all about this verification funnel. So first, companies have to be approved by the college admin, but then, and this is the key part, a faculty mentor acts as a second gatekeeper. They filter those opportunities to find what's actually a good fit for their students. It's only after an internship passes both of those checks that a student even gets to see it, so quality is baked in right from the start. Now, from a student's point of view, this changes everything. The whole process goes from being super stressful to super structured. They can use skill modules to prepare. They can apply knowing that every single opportunity has been pre-vetted. They can track their progress in a digital logbook, get real feedback, and at the end, their credits are calculated automatically. It's a complete support system designed to help them win. But this platform does more than just get everyone organized. It actually uses AI to make the whole ecosystem smarter. So let's get into the intelligent features that are the real wow factor here. First up is Smart Match AI. Now here's the brilliant part. You think it suggests internships to students, right? Nope. It suggests them to the mentors. The AI scans new company listings and flags the best fits for a specific department. So what used to be a ton of manual work for the mentor is now a quick, smart decision. Next, for the students themselves, there's Infobot. Just think of it as your own AI-powered career coach that's on call 24/7. If a student wants to research a company or needs some last-minute tips for an interview, Infobot is right there with instant, reliable answers. And then there is what might be the biggest game changer of all, Mock AI. This is an AI interview simulator that lets students practice in a totally safe space. And it doesn't just ask canned questions. It actually adapts to your answers and gives you personalized feedback. It's an incredible way to build real-world confidence before the pressure is on. Finally, to balance out all that cool tech, the platform adds a very human touch with something called Mentor Chain.
This isn't about algorithms, it's all about community. It connects current students with alumni and senior students who've been through it all before, creating this powerful support network built on real, shared experience.
So, you put all these pieces together, the careful verification, the clear student journey, the smart AI tools, and the human community. What is the final result? What's the impact? Well, the outcomes directly solve all those problems we started with. The whole process is streamlined, participation goes way up because students in rural areas finally have the same access as everyone else. Skills are actually enhanced because the experiences are real, the reporting is authentic, and for the first time, colleges get real data they can use to make their courses even better. So, who wins in this new system? Well, pretty much everyone. Students finally get the real-world experience they were promised. Mentors get to spend their time actually mentoring instead of drowning in paperwork. Colleges can finally meet those national policy requirements with confidence. And maybe most importantly, companies get access to a pipeline of talent that is genuinely ready to contribute from day one. At the end of the day, this isn't just about a fancy new app. It's about restoring that original promise. It's about finally building that sturdy bridge to make internships what they were always supposed to be: accessible, credible, and a real engine for building skills. And that leaves us with one last big question. When you combine smart verification, powerful AI tools, and a strong community, have you just fixed internships? Or have you accidentally created the blueprint for how all skill-based education should work in the digital age?